Welcome to another edition of my learning channel where we will explore Discovery Education Board Builder. Let's get started. Once again, you're going to log into your student portal and it will take you to this site. And if this is going to be your first time into Board Builder, I want you to go to Apps and Services. You're going to click it and it's going to show you all the different apps that are available to you. Right over here in alphabetical order, Discovery Education, A, B, C, D, Discovery Education. Please click on the star so that it adds it to the bottom of your toolbar. From now on, you will have the Discovery Education globe down at the bottom in your toolbar. Simply click it to open up Discovery Education. Good. Now you're going to scroll down. And down here where it says My Resources, you have this one icon that says Board Builder. Click there. Here you have different options. You can start with a blank board, or you have different themes that you can choose from. So if you're doing a science theme, or if you're doing a social studies history theme, you can choose one of these. But for today, we'll just start with a blank copy. Click it now. Notice it's asking you for a title and a description. The title will probably be the title of your Board Builder assignment. For this video, we're just going to create a sample one. You can put the title Test. In the description, you can write a description of what your board is about, maybe some key details. But for this video, we're going to leave that empty and we're going to continue. Now it's going to ask you to save it in a particular folder. If you haven't created folders, it's not a problem. It will save it in My Content and we'll access it later through My Content. For now, just click Save. Your board will open up. Remember, we chose a blank one, so there is nothing on the canvas. We are going to create it straight from scratch. Let's begin on the left side where you have this editor tools. The first one is themes. So if you know a theme that you want to go with, for example, if it's science, there's one here that says scientific method. So you can click it and it's got little images there for you. It could be a scrapbook, wood, ocean, if you're talking about marine life, history for social studies, or just a simple notebook. At this time, choose any that you like. Go ahead, pause the video and choose. Now that you have chosen your theme, go back to the theme title and click this back arrow to return to the main editor toolbar. Down at the bottom, you can change the foreground. That means that it'll change this light blue into a different color. We can pick a color, or we can also pick a style. You might find one that is better for your theme. Go ahead and look through them, pause the video, and pick one. Now that you have picked one, go back to the foreground title, click the back button. You can also change the background, which is this blue area here. Click on background. and you can change it, the color of it. You can also change the picture that is back there. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and choose one now. Good, now that you have chosen a background, go back to the background title, click the back arrow to return to the editor tools. The foreground and the background are not necessary to change. You can change them, it's an option. But what's most important is what we're going to talk about next, adding items into the board. Go ahead and click on Add Items. A submenu appears and you have different options. You have the first one, Headline. If you click it, it becomes a title. So let's put a title here. We'll just type in tests, since all this is just a test board builder. Here you also have different options. You can make the text smaller or bigger. You can change the background. Okay, good. Now that you have chosen one, you can click out of it, and then let's just hover over. You will notice these 4 squares on the sides. If you click it and drag, you can manipulate the size of that object. You can move it, making sure that you see the cross up at the top. This allows you to move it without changing its shape or size. Good. Let's see some other options. Next is a text box, similar to a headline. But here you can type in maybe a caption, maybe a description, maybe a definition, anything that is text related. So you click inside and you can begin typing. I'm just going to put test, just because this is a text feature and we're just testing it. We can also change its size and shape by clicking on one of the 4 boxes. And we can also move it by finding the cross, and now we can move it to the place that we want. You can also change the font size if you want it in the middle, if you want it underlined, if you want it in bold. You can also change the background. Okay, all these little sub-menus, you can click in there to be able to change how you want it. You can always pause the video and then continue when you're ready, when you have chosen anything that you want to manipulate. For this case, we're going to continue to the next tool, which is Media. Go ahead and click on Media. Here you're going to have different options. Let's talk about these first 2 out of the 3. There is Search, My Content, and Upload. Let's talk about My Content and Upload. In order to use My Content, you are going to already have something stored in the folder that says My Content. That means that if you haven't uploaded anything into the folder My Content, there is no need for you to use this option. Uploading means that you have a file already downloaded into your computer where you can find it in the computer by clicking the upload. So I'll show you now how to upload something into this media. You click on upload. It's gonna ask you to add files. Then it's going to search your computer to all the different areas that you may have some files. I'm gonna go to this folder right here just for this sake. I'm choosing this first one. When you find your file, click open. It's going to add it to the selected files. Then you are going to start upload. Once it's uploaded, it'll say done, and the image will appear. You can make it smaller or larger. You can also move it by finding the cross. Click on media again, and let's look at the other option. The other option is my content. There is nothing in the content that I need, so I'm not going to choose this one. The one that you will most likely use is upload if you have downloaded the file already to your computer, but most likely you will use the search. Click on search now. When you click on search, it's going to search for keywords that you input here through Discovery Education. So let's just put a sample one. Let's say fish. And we click search. And now it's going to give us all our options about fish. There are many options that you get here. You have K1 and 2, grades 3, 4, and 5, grades 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can choose the appropriate one for you. I'll just filter it and put 3 through 5. Then you also have different filters here. You can choose channels, videos only, an image if all you want is an image, a text. There are different things to look at here. For this sake, let's just look for an image. Click on image, and now you will see different images of fish. Let's add this one. Click on add. This will not add it to your board. This will just simply put a little attachment down here. Why? Because you can add multiple. See, now I have 2 resources that I have added. This one and this one. Once you have finished adding your resources, then add selected resources. And it will add both of those or the amount that you chose into your board. Once again, you can make it smaller or bigger. Or you can move it. Let's try a different type of media. Click media, click search. Once again, let's just do fish, search. But this time, let's go 3 through 5 grade, but we only want videos. We want to find a video that tells us about fish. Let's see. Well, this one says that it identifies 6 main animal groups. Well, we don't want all 6. We just want fish. What is a fish? This is a good one. Add. Down at the bottom, it's going to add it to your resources. And we're going to add selected resource. There is the fish video. You can click on it just to double check that it will play. And there it is playing. Okay, good. So it works. Again, you can make it smaller or bigger. and you can move it to the location of your choosing. Okay, I'm just moving it to make space for my video. Keep things nice and organized. The last function here in this toolbox is to add an attachment. An attachment is simply like an upload. So similar to media, when you click upload, it will do the same thing. Notice that I have an attachment here, but I don't want to use an attachment. I made a mistake. Simply hover over and you will see a delete, a trash can here, and you can delete it. Now, up to this point, you may not have thought, how do I save this board? Well, that is the nice thing about working online. The board is always being saved for you. As long as you have an internet connection, down here, anytime you manipulate something, see, I moved it, down here, it'll say board saved. So that your board will always be saved. You can always go back into this text box and type in some new things. And you will notice down at the bottom, board saved. So anytime you kind of manipulate something, it'll save it for you. There is no need for you to click the save button. Good. Now we have finished our board builder. We added all the elements that we wanted. We're satisfied with it. We think we're going to receive an excellent grade. So at this point, you want to share it with your teacher. Up at the top, there is a share button next to save. Go ahead and click share. A menu pops up with all the teachers that you have. And you can send it to any one of these teachers. You are going to send it to the teacher that assigned the board builder. So you click their name and you click share. This will share the board builder with that teacher. That teacher will be able to look at your board and send feedback to you and return the board to you, just in case you need to adjust a few things. Well, now it's your turn. Go back into the board builder and you can begin a new one. Play with it. Have fun with it. Be creative and enjoy the process. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of My Learning Channel. See you next time.